Hello and welcome to this technology forecasting course. Now we have a sub-module of what we were just discussing about all the definitions and the basic terms that we wanted to look at. So after that is done, I really wanted to show you some, let's say, predictions, famous predictions by people who are very eminent in their fields and how they all got it wrong. Of course, this is hindsight, so we can all look at it and say that they did make those things. One of the famous ones that's floating around is the fact that Bill Gates, this quote is often attributed to Bill Gates, who said 640 kilobytes of memory ought to do it. Okay, so apparently Bill Gates still denies saying such a thing, but still this quote never goes away. 640 kilobytes. This was in 1981 that he made this quote, and it's not going away anytime soon. Neither is the quote, nor is the attribution. But at the time, it was believed that 640 kilobytes ought to do it. Okay, this is one of the predictions. Another famous one is the horse is here to stay, but the automobile is only a novelty, a fad. Of course, you could have guessed this is a 100-year-old prediction, okay, by a president of the Michigan Savings Banks. He advised Henry Ford's lawyer. He said, "Don't invest in Ford Motor Company because this now automobile is just a novelty thing. Come on, how many automobiles are we going to be able to support on the road? So just forget it. It's just a fad." But of course, this is 117 years ago. Another forecast, so to speak, was about a relatively modern product. The iPod will be dead, finished, gone, kaput. So by next Christmas is what this forecast talked about, and this was by a business mogul. So it's not by an ordinary folk like me, but a business mogul, Alan Sugar. He talked about it in way back in 2005 when it was just about launched, and they said, iPod, it's just going to die away. Other things are going to take over. Okay. Then this is another interesting one in the arena of politics. It will be years, not in my time, before a woman will become prime minister. Take a guess who said this. This was most astonishing for me, that a person with such caliber, with such prowess, actually got it all wrong. It was herself, Margaret Thatcher herself, who said that a woman not in her time would become a prime minister. Of course, she became the prime minister. She said this. Then another one is that about nuclear energy. There is not the slightest indication that nuclear energy will ever be obtainable. It would mean that the atom would have to be shattered at will. Okay, somebody who is very knowledgeable about atoms and the way the universe worked, who is very, very knowledgeable. This quote was Albert Einstein, who said it in 1933. His forecast was that nuclear energy can never be harnessed. So that's what he had said. This is also an interesting one. The telephone has too many shortcomings to be seriously considered as a means of communication. So this is the prediction that was said, that telephone can never be a means of communication. Okay, and this is attributed to a person called William Orton, who was the president of Western Union. In 1876, way back in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell said, "I want to sell my company with this invention called the telephone, and would you like to buy it?" And William Orton said, "No, I'm not going to buy this. I think it's just too buggy for me to even consider it. Forget investing." So he passed out the opportunity. And there are many, many more. I found this brilliant article in News Australia. I will leave a link in our discussion forum where you can check out many, many, many more predictions that are there. This is a bunch of predictions. So even the experts, even the well-meaning people who have been in the field, who are known for their contribution to the field, get it absolutely wrong. So it requires far more conscious thinking, far more conscious modeling, collection of resources, collection of models, and you could put it all together. So this is a glimpse of forecasts that have not really come true, come alive. So you can check out many more of those in the article that I will share. Okay, so this is a short sort of video to tell you about these predictions. See you in the next one. Okay, bye, take care.